If manifestation feels like pushing a boulder up a hill, you're probably doing it from contraction and not creation. Welcome to Tools to Manifest Your Dream Life with myself, Glenyce. Thank you so much for being here. I am so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. We are at a sit here in Tenterden, Kent, which is where hubby was born and raised. And we're a little bit out of town, like a 2-minute walk out of town, but it is beautiful. There's so much space here. And even over there, a swimming pool. Now, in November in England, I'm not going to use it, but it's over there. This podcast is an invitation to something really, really cool. So I've spoke about it before. You might be aware of it. You might even be part of it, the Manifesting membership. But here's the thing, it's changing. Come January 2026, it is going to be a magic school for manifestors where neuroscience meets miracles. So the membership is changing. If you join the Manifesting membership now, when the new membership starts, you will actually have access to both. Some of the trainings currently in the Manifesting membership, I think 4 of them, will go into the new membership. The rest, you will only have access for if you're part of the current Manifesting membership. So I highly recommend that you join the Manifesting membership now so that you can have access to both memberships when the new membership goes live. All the while you're a member, you will have access to both as long as you get in now. Link is above or below, also in the show notes. If you don't see a link, reach out and I will get it for you. So let's talk about why manifestation may feel hard and how to have it be effortless. I spent years forcing and pushing and trying to fix things, to make things happen. It's funny to think about now how much time I spent in that energy and really not even recognizing that that was detrimental to me creating what I really desired. And here's something that I have realized is that when manifestation feels hard, it's probably because you're doing control instead of flow or ease or magic. And I know I'm not the only control freak around, so probably all of you listening have that also. And that truly is one of the biggest hindrances to us and us manifesting what we desire is that we're trying to control it, thinking the more we control it, the quicker it'll show up, the more likely it'll show up, when it's the exact opposite, because whatever we are trying to control is ultimately controlling us. So what that means is that if we're trying to control, let's say you'd like to manifest a new place to live, and you're trying to control that, that is actually controlling you rather than you having the desire for a new place to live, the awareness of different things you would like within that. Maybe you want to be a certain location, or you want to be in certain rooms in your house or something, you want more space, whatever it is. That is the flow and the ease and the awareness, rather than it has to be like this, it has to show up like this, it has to look like this, like all of that control that if you're willing to let go of, can change everything as if by magic. And of course, with the control piece is also when we're trying to figure out the how. How will it show up? How can I make it happen? How? And really, we've got to recognize that's the universe's job. Ours is to choose what we would like, take the inspired action, follow the energy. The universe figures out the how. And so know that if you're going into how with whatever it is that you're manifesting, you are doing control. With all of that, let's look at actually what does work, because we know what doesn't. We're pretty clear on what doesn't work, but what does? Step 1 is to get clear. Clarity isn't control. It's actually gifts you the awareness of what you would like. What do you actually desire? Not what do you think is possible, but what do you actually desire? And then really get the energy of it. And for each one of us, it's going to be different how that is created for us. So for some people, writing about it will really gift them that energy and allow them to embody the energy of it. That's not the way for me. I'm more of a visualizer. I can close my eyes and I can see it and I can sense it and I can get the embodiment that way. You might be totally different. You might need to go on a walk and just be daydreaming as you're walking and have it easier to embody in that way. And recognizing that different manifestations may require different ways for you to embodiment. So don't be like what I just said for me, visualization works. It works for most things. And then there's other times where going out for the walk and just daydreaming as I'm walking with usually a sweet dog, it's just different for each one of us. And allow yourself to honor how that can be created for you, how you can really start to embody it. 2 is like feeling it done, like feeling it, embodying it, being it as though it's already occurred. Your body is your manifesting amplifier. The more you can really feel that it's here, feel that you're living it, that is the magic with our bodies and the way that we can manifest things. And again, how is that easiest for you? Is it when you're falling asleep at night when you can be daydreaming it? Or is it, again, you're out for a walk? Or is it where you maybe speak it to a friend? Maybe that's easier for you, where you talk about it. I'd heard this really cool idea. I never actually took action on it, but I remember it being really cool, where people would connect with somebody and they would say, I'm going to send you a message every day of whatever it is that I would like, as though it showed up. So let's say you're looking for a new place to live and you've set up this with your friend. And so you maybe do a voice note to them and you're like, hey, what a great day I had. I found the most beautiful place with everything I was looking for. And it had these really cool windows and a big spacious backyard. And I'm so excited. I've put the application in, and you talk about it as though it's occurred, but not from the energy of lack, like not from, I'm going to pretend. And as I say that, that's actually why I haven't taken the action on that one yet, because I tried a couple of times. I even set it up with the friend, but energetically, every time I went to write the thing, and that's probably it for me. Look at this. I'm getting some awareness because I was trying to write it. What I need to do is send it as a voice note and see, because what I was aware as I was trying it from writing, it just had a really fake energy to me. And it was just like, no, I just deleted it because it wasn't what I would like it to be. So for me, probably speaking it as a voice note to her and sharing it that way, I'm going to try it. So if you guys try it, let me know, because I think it's a really cool way. And again, as long as you got somebody that you're sharing it with that is willing to support and to be there and to receive it. Now, of course, you don't have to have anybody else. You could do that yourself. You could send voice notes to yourself. You could write it out yourself, however you want to do it. But I always thought that was a really cool thing. And now I'm going to try it again because I feel like I've just figured out what was wrong. And then step 3 is just let it go. You've taken the action, you've got clear, you're acting as though you're embodying it, and now you're letting it go. And letting go does not mean that you stop caring about it or that you stop dreaming about it or embodying it. You still do step 1 and 2. You just don't cling to it. You don't do step 1 and 2 from desperation, from force, from push. It's a much more natural, easy flow that is so spacious within your body and within your being that allows the magic to show up. And of course, you're still allowing the universe to guide you, to show you, to give you the little nudges or the whispers or the feather touches, so that you're still taking inspired action. You're just not pushing and forcing. So the next time that you catch yourself in that tightness, when you are thinking about your manifestation, maybe you're taking some of the steps I just talked about, but you can feel the tightness, you can feel the contraction. Take a moment, take a deep breath in through your nose for the count of 4, hold it for the count of 2, and breathe out through your mouth for the count of 6. Do that a couple times. This is what I call the rewiring breath. There's many different types of breath work you can do. This is just a really simple one that allows you to get present, that allows your brain to rewire in that moment. And it allows your nervous system to go from control to creation. When your body relaxes, your energy expands. And that expansion is the frequency where everything starts to line up as if by magic. So if you catch yourself, whether you're in that tense, pushing, forcing, or you're in the space of, okay, how can I make this happen? What do I need to do? How can I, if you notice that, take a moment, take a couple of those rewiring breaths and ask, what else is possible here that I have never even considered? What else is possible here that I have never even considered? What else is possible here that I've never even considered? For me, that question, truly asking that question. So I'm not just doing that. Okay, what else is possible here that I've never even considered? What else is possible? Like, not that. We're truly asking. We're truly curious. Like, what else is possible here that I've never even considered? So when I truly ask that question from spaciousness with the breath work, that's where the possibilities are. That's where I get out of the push and the force and back into creation. So try this today. Choose one thing that you would like to manifest. So something maybe a little bit smaller, like really cool tickets to somewhere that you've been wanting to go, or a special deal on something that you are going to purchase. Just something a little bit easier for right now. Something that you don't have a lot of attachments to, but would also be really cool to manifest. Now set a timer for 5 minutes. And in that 5 minutes, do the rewiring breathing while aligning with the frequency of that ask. So just thinking about it, daydreaming about it, visualizing it if you can. And again, you might be going for a walk during this. You might be just sitting quietly somewhere with your eyes closed. You might just write about it, whatever works for you. You're just doing the breathing and feeling, embodying it being done, having received it, having manifested it, and allow your body to soften within that. Just allow you, your body, your being to be in the receiving mode. And then of course you can do that for as many things as you would like, as often as you would like, but always making sure that it is truly from that energy of receiving and not pushing and forcing. And as a reminder, I would love for you to come and join the Manifesting membership, which will be changing. We are going to change in January of 2026 to a new membership, which is going to be called Magic School for Manifestors, where neuroscience meets miracles. The benefit of joining the current Manifesting membership is that not all of the trainings, in fact, only a handful of the trainings from the Manifesting membership will move to the new membership. If you join, anybody who is in the Manifesting membership before I switch over to the new membership will have access to both memberships. So all the while you are a member, you will have access to everything that is within the Manifesting membership, along with the new Magic School membership. But the only way to have access to both is to join now before we start the new membership. The link to the membership is below or above. If you don't see it, reach out and I will get it for you. And if you're listening via podcast, the link, of course, is in the show notes. So let me know how these tools go. I would love to hear just how effortlessly you start manifesting all your desires as if by magic. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to chatting again next week.